I had to pull the menu. Okay. Hey guys, welcome to our Kinetic Fire team call. I'm Amy Ashley, and tonight I want to talk to you guys about how to maximize your posts. At Super Saturday this weekend in DC, we had a few good speakers. I mean, Carl was there and everything, but Bonnie Engel gave a really, really good talk on how to really maximize your posts and using your wall and social media and stuff. And I was just like blown away. I mean, I don't know, you know how some things, there's things you're like, oh, I kind of knew that, but I didn't know how to put it together like that. It was just kind of one of those moments. So I really wanted to share it with you guys because I think she had some really, really good hints that can help us all do really well this year. And I don't know if you guys don't know who Bonnie Engel is, she's the number 5 coach this year. So she did something right. She's literally, like, today is her 2-year anniversary of Beachbody, and she's a 15-star.
Wow.
Yeah, elite, number 5, whatever. So it was, it's amazing when I see people do that kind of thing. They just kind of got it going on. So I would like to take tips from people like that. I don't know about you. Okay, so I took pictures of her slides instead of me. I was going to remake them, and I was like, you know what, hers were good, and I'm going to use her slides, and I'll go through the information that she shared with us. So, when we get started, we're all just kind of a little bit lost, but the big thing is, just say yes and then figure it out from there. That's kind of how I got started. I'm sure that's how a lot of you got started. Most of us are just kind of like, okay, yeah, I want to do this. No idea what we're doing, no idea where to go. So we kind of just go on faith a little bit. But there are some real keys to going forward and helping ourselves succeed. So the first thing is be willing to self-evaluate. One of the best things we can do to help ourselves is to keep looking back at what we've done every week, every day, every month, to figure out what is working, or even though I intended to do that, did I actually do it? I want to invite 3 people a day, but did I? That kind of thing. And that calendar that I found that I showed you guys in the group would be really helpful for that, because you print it up for every week. You can kind of really keep an easy list or check marks, whatever you can do to make sure what you're doing, so that when you want to evaluate, you can go back and go, oh, I really only invited on 3 days last week, not 5, or whatever your goal is. The other thing that helps us is knowing that we don't know it all. Being teachable and being willing to learn and accept information from other people really, really helps us succeed. Also agreeing to figure it out. There's a little bit of work involved in figuring all this stuff. And then when it comes to posts and stuff, things, sometimes done is better than perfect. I know we've all done this. I mean, how many times have you written a post and then just not been able to hit post, and then you come back to it and you start again and you're like, oh, it's not quite right. And so you don't hit it, and, and then you end up not posting all day. I mean, I'm guilty of this sometimes. So done is better than perfect. Get yourself out there, let people hear what you have to say. And the other thing that will help you all succeed, or all of us succeed, is being always hungry. You have to always be hungry for more, to learn more, to do more, to be better, and to get better. And so then Bonnie said she was going to give us the really big secret. She was like, I'm going to give you guys a secret. Do you want to know what the secret is? I'm sure everyone wants to know what Bonnie's secret is, right? To success? Success Club. She said that's basically all it is. If you can hit Success Club, you can be successful. There was actually, who was it? Allie Upham on one of the national wake-up calls in the past couple of months, who is I don't know, I think she's a superstar diamond, which means she's a 15-star plus, and she's been elite and everything else. And I was really shocked to find out that she often only just skirted by with, Success Club 5 a lot of months. So I don't want you to think that if you don't hit Success Club, 25 every month, that you're not going to be successful. Just hitting Success Club and hitting those steps and just being steady and running the course will grow your business, and over time you'll see your income grow and your team grow. And remember to, this whole thing is just keeping it simple. Just remember, if you can hit Success Club, you are keeping it simple. Complexity is the enemy of execution. When you try to sit and figure out all these complicated things to make things work, you're just kind of confusing yourself and making too much work. Success Club. Okay. I know we've talked a little bit before about building your tribe. I know Kelly talks about it a lot, and I've talked about making your avatar for your ideal customer and everything else. So when you're building your tribe, you're really building you. You're helping yourself get better. And the other thing is I know you guys, if you've done the avatar exercise where you create your ideal customer and all of her attributes, you're kind of creating yourself. You're attracting you to the team. So, and whatever you put out for, you're going to get. If you post mostly about challenge groups and things like that, you're going to get challengers. If you post more about the business, you're going to get more business inquiries. And if you post about, positivity, you're probably going to attract more positivity or people who are looking for positivity. So what you put out there is really going to come back to you. The big thing that she said is, instead of having to run a sneak peek group, use your social media as your sneak peek. And we'll get into that a little bit more, I think, on the next slide. So you only gain a tribe by being what they want to be. So you're going to put yourself out there, and my internet connection's unstable. I hope it stays. Try moving. So you want people to see you. I mean, I don't mean change yourself. I mean, put yourself out there, but put your best self out there and what you want to be and what you want people you work with to be. Okay. So this is the basic social media game plan. Think about your social media as your storefront. And back. Sorry. Our internet really is an issue. I don't know if it's my router or if it's more of a deal with our actual, only cable company out here. I don't really have a lot of choices. So let me go back to sharing the screen and get back where we were. I don't know where it cut you off early. Did I freeze up early or did it just disconnect?
We were on the previous slide.
We were on the previous one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know do you know what I said last?
The first one. You get what you post for, find the balance.
Oh, really? I talked for that long and you didn't know what I was saying?
I think you were fixing to move to the second one.
Oh, I can't wait to see what this recording got, because I wonder, the recording probably has me like blabbing away.
Yeah, you had just said that you were, that our board was our sneak peek. So.
Okay. Did I say that here, you mean? No.
No.
Where was I? I was here?
Right there. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. It's your sneak peek. Let me see if I can remember what I said now. Okay. So use your board as your sneak peek. And we'll get into that. Okay. I think I just mentioned it and said we'll get into it more on the next slide where I'll give you some more of the details of that. I think that's what I said. You're going to gain your tribe by being what they want to be. So, I mean, our goal is to motivate people to make themselves better and make a change. So you kind of put yourself out there and put your best self out there while being balanced, of course, because if you're Miss Perfection up there, no one's really going to want to hang out with you either. So, use attraction, and the more of your actual self you put out there and your likes and dislikes, the more people are going to relate to you and you're going to help attract those people. So your social media game plan, think about it like your storefront, and also think about your social media like your sneak peek. Instead of having a sneak peek group, you can use your wall as your sneak peek and be giving people bits and pieces every day. We all know to post 3 to 5 times a day. Now, if you post once a day about coaching, and I don't mean literally like, hey, I'm looking for 10 people to join my team, that kind of post about coaching. Post once a day about your opportunity while weaving in your story, and once a day about battling objections. So I've been trying to follow her formula a little bit more the past week after hearing her. So I know you may have seen me post about, oh, hey, look, I'm sitting at the table with my kids and I'm doing my work and they're doing this and they're doing that. That's the kind of thing about kind of weaving in what you do, not a literal call out for coaches. You kind of want to show people a little bit more about your life and how you work coaching into your everyday and how it works for you. You know, it might be a picture of you, you know, deciding to use your computer out on the deck. I mean, not this time of year, but you know what I mean? You know, whatever it is that you do or how you squeeze it in, post about it. And then another time about what you do, whether it's a coaching opportunity or about your challengers, and weaving in your story. Don't forget to put a little bit of your story in as often as possible. Because if you're gaining new followers every day or every week, they don't necessarily know your story. So you want to make sure you are weaving in bits and pieces. And every time you give a little bit more, another little snippet of your story, you reveal another part of yourself that maybe some new person will connect with, or an old person that, you know, that's been watching you. And then you say something and they're like, oh my gosh, that's just like me. And then post once a day about battling objections. So if you know, actually, I think we'll talk about that more in the next one. I think there's a better list before I start listing things off. Yeah, okay. So now, you know, what do I post? So post everything. If you're having a lack of motivation, it can often be fixed with the vital behaviors. Read or watch your personal development, work out, drink your shakes. If you're doing personal development, you should always have something to post about. You can always find a quote or something that speaks to you that you can say something about every day. Another big thing that I liked what she said was to recycle your old posts on your about your personal stuff. You can take a story post you wrote 2 months ago and post it again. Yeah, some people might remember seeing it, but you have a lot of people who may have never seen it. Or you can just take the story, you can add a few new details to make it relevant to what's going on today and a new picture if you want. But it's okay to recycle some of your old stuff so that people are getting the story. If you have new followers, they may have not seen that post from 6 months ago. So that's one way for you to help you come up with stuff to post. Another one that I thought was fantastic was stockpile your selfies and your thoughts and your ideas. But she says, you know, when she's having a day where she has a good hair day and feels pretty, I mean, you know, we all have those days where we feel better about ourselves and we kind of want to take pictures. Because I know some days I'm like, oh, what am I to do? I don't want to take a picture of myself today. I feel disgusting. You know, we all have those days. If you have a really good day, she says she just like takes more pictures. She'll change her shirt and do a couple more pictures. And then she has them in her phone and she can pull them out on another day and use them with whatever words she wants to use, but she's showing herself. And it's a new photograph. So I thought that was smart. Same thing with thoughts and ideas. I'm starting to write down, keep a list of motivational quotes and things that I think I would love to post about. Write down objections. Think about the objections that people you talk to typically have, or that you had, people in your niche tend to have, because those are going to be good topics for posts. If you get a lot of, I don't have enough money, you can kind of post about that. And, you know, there's ways to work all these things in, how so-and-so didn't have time, but we worked this out. Or you can just say, you know, I thought I wouldn't have time to do this, but it turns out it really didn't take that much. If I focused for an hour in the morning and I took a couple more snippets throughout the day when the kids are busy, boom, I was able to get my business going. You can also look on popular social media sites that you follow and like and are relevant. See what they're doing. They're often selling something if they're really popular. So see what techniques they use, see what they talk about, and see if that's something that you can talk about. And remember, it's best not to take an article or a site and just repost it. It's going to be best to take the information that you read, put it into your own words, and make a post about it. You can still credit the article in there if you want to, but I've also heard it's best to put that credit in your comment, not on your main post, because Facebook rubric tends to favor original content. So if you post something, it's less likely to get as many hits or showings. You know how Facebook does all that weird stuff. Hold on one second. What? Yes, I'm on a call. Sorry. What was I? More things to post. Think about what you were nervous about before you got started in a challenge group, before you got started coaching. Turn that into a post. If you get getting the same questions about challenge groups and people ask you the same things all the time, make a post about it. You can just put it out there and kind of answer the question publicly. Before and afters are always good to post, and team success stories are always good to make posts about. So that's a really good list of ideas to help you when you're stuck. So some do's and don'ts in your posts. Do make it personal. If you, for example, if you're, what was I going to say? I think I talked about down there, but either way, if there's like a post going around with a cool quote on it that you like, a motivational quote or something, it's actually better to take that and use Photofy or Fonto or whatever you like to use and pop it onto your own photograph than it is to save it and post, because that way people are getting you, not someone else's picture. Does that make sense? And so it's not too hard to do. You don't have to come up with the words. You can just post it on your own. Same with like little mini workouts. You know how sometimes there are those little workouts, you can kind of see the picture on here. She kind of showed it here, but it's too small, of like, you know, the 5-minute challenge. It'll tell you like 20 burpees and, you know, 50 set up, whatever it is. Take the words and write them on your own picture instead of on the stock picture that it comes on. And that personalizes it and helps people connect with you more. And so also in your post, keep it simple. Share your failures, because we are not perfect, and it's important that people know that. People are always like, oh, you look like, you know, you do. I think if people think that all we do is drink shakes and exercise and have a perfect life, then I don't think we're doing our job right. Because I know we're all not perfect. Communicate your emotions, but let them hear your ups and downs. It's okay. Don't share other coaches' posts. And now, I don't mean you can't take one of my posts and use the words from it and post it again when we're doing challenge groups and things like that. What it means is, if you see like an awesome post about Beachbody from Bonnie Engel or Anita Myron or, I don't know, someone on our team, from Kelly, whoever, don't just hit the share button and put it on your wall. If you're doing that, you're driving your traffic to the other coach. So if you were to literally hit share from their wall, then people are getting their link and they're like, oh, that person looks cool. And they're going to go to her page, not you. You don't want that to happen. Don't share stock Beachbody photos. Beachbody takes great photos. They do great advertising, but we're not advertising Beachbody. We're trying to advertise ourselves, essentially. We're the product. People can buy Beachbody from whomever they want. We want them to buy from us. So you want to connect with them and get stuff from you. And connect, you know, have you coach them so you can help them and help them follow through. Don't copy other coaches' posts. I don't remember what she said about that, because she said don't share. I think she just means don't copy. It was the whole don't just directly copy a post. If I tell a post, make it your own a little bit. I mean, obviously there are some things, like I said, I'm not talking about when we make a challenge group, if you want to copy my invite post and that kind of thing. But if it tells part of my personal story, you're obviously going to want to take it and put your own story in there, put your own twist on it. And also, just don't compare yourself. Don't compare other coaches. Don't look at coaches and say, we've been doing it the same amount of time. Why is she there and I'm here? And so on and so forth. We all do it. I have a bad habit of doing it to myself, and then I have to pull myself back and remember, you know, we all are different. We all have different time. We all have different, just everything. So don't compare. Just write down your own goals and try to be better than yourself, not other people. So one thing that I would like you all to get in the habit of doing every few days, every week, whatever it is that you need to do, is a self-evaluation of your page. With one scroll, so if you were to go to your timeline and look at it, and then do one scroll back up to the next section. If you were a stranger coming to your page, would you know that you're a coach? So if I came to your page, would I know that you're a coach? Would I know that I could do that too? do I see your face and that you're proof of this product? And do I know you have fitness and accountability options for me? If you don't have that within about a scroll, you're not really getting your message across to new people. So if you can accomplish this within a scroll most of the time, but at least when people come see you, or if someone goes and clicks on you, oh, what's this girl all about? They're not going to scroll down 15 times down your page to find everything. They're going to look at that first section. So this is a really, really good way to evaluate, and I've been using it myself and trying to make sure to have all of these things in there. And then the last thing, I mentioned it in a post the other day when I had you guys, I asked you guys about the National Wake Up Call, and I love this. A lot of times we talk about what was your aha moment in that video? What was your aha moment from the call? Aha moments are great because it means you've noticed something and you're like, oh, that's a really good idea. But it doesn't do anything if you just write it down or you just think it's a good idea and you don't do anything about it. So what I would love for everybody to get in the habit of is every time we have a call, every time you listen to a wake-up call, every time you watch a training, pick an action moment from it. Not an aha moment, an action moment. Pick one thing at least that you are going to do like now, immediately. Because if we become a collector of information, it's great to have the information, but if we don't use it, we're not going to get anywhere. And so I wanted to show you just one thing that it was actually very timely today that somebody posted this to me, because I always do try to put out here that, we're all imperfect, I'm imperfect, but we can all be better, and so on and so forth. And then a friend posted this on my wall today. She saw this and thought of me. There's no need to be perfect to inspire others. Let people get inspired by how you deal with your imperfections. And I thought it was really cool that she posted it because it showed me that I am reflecting what I want to reflect to others. So when you really start getting your following and start getting yourself and your personal message out there and your personality out there, this kind of thing starts to happen. I got this today. I regularly get messages from people or posts to my wall about chickens and chicken sweaters and chicken strollers and things like that. So it's just funny that people do start to connect with you and figure out your personality, and then they want to share that kind of stuff with you. So it's something that we can all do, and I thought it was cool. And I'm going to stop the share now and come back to you guys. So was that helpful to you guys? Do you have any questions, comments, anything?
It was very helpful. I have actually been doing some of those things with the posting and the selfies and doing videos when I feel like doing videos, and then it's just kind of in my bank and I can use it when I want. So that's kind of nice that she mentioned that, and that's what I'm doing. But
that's good.
Did we lose Amy again?
Oh, no. No, I'm going to move. You got me now? Am I coming back? Dang it. Hello. It's not reconnecting. Is it going to disconnect on me? I don't want to lose this whole recording and get it screwed up. Come on. Hey, I'm going to sit out here in the dining room now. Maybe it'll work better. Do you guys want the playback of this? What? It's still saying unstable. McCabe, can you pause the Xbox for a minute and see if I can get my connection strong enough? You're not? Ugh. Oh, our router's killing me.
Yay, internet, Charter, Cox. Woo.
We don't have Cox.
We have Charter though.
Yes, we do have Charter. It's not, I don't know what it is.
There.
less good. Hey guys, I don't know. I'm gonna have to do something. Maybe I need a new router again. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll stand here. I'm like 5 feet from it. Maybe it'll work. So you're doing a good job of stockpiling things, and she said it, and that's pretty good. And I've noticed you've had a lot of videos and stuff in your post now. It's been good.
Yeah, with the National Wake Up Call, I realized that I am a stockpiler of information.
Yeah,
And then I just kind of leave it there.
I'm kind of guilty too.
By that.
Yeah. Between that and then Bonnie with the action moment, I was like, okay, I really like the action moment idea. It's a much better way to think about it in your head as what am I going to take action on. So. Anybody else have anything?
I keep losing you.
Do you have me now?
Yeah, I can see you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do the same with stockpiling information, and then I go to look for it for an answer for something, and I can't find it.
Yeah. That's the problem.
And then I panic, and we lost her again.
Yeah, we did.
No, seriously?
Poor Amy.
I can't stay connected.
So that's what I do, Melissa and Natasha. I stockpile, and then I can't find the answer, and then I panic.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a keeper of the info, and I don't share it when I learn it.
I'm having a real... All right. I told everybody to turn off their videos. It's still saying unstable. There's something wrong with my internet. I don't know what the heck the problem is. If I lose you again, just, you can talk amongst yourselves as long as you want. I'll just call the cable company and be like, what is wrong with my connection? But anyway, I heard you guys talking for a little bit about stockpiling information. It's funny. I can hear you guys. You just can't hear me.
We just can't hear you. Yeah, I said I just...
Go.
No, I was just saying I stockpile information too, and then I go to need an answer for a question, and I can't find it, and then I panic.
That's okay. Just breathe. Hey, message me.
I do.
I know.
All the time.
It's okay. Eventually you'll just know it all and it won't matter anymore.
Yeah, and then you'd be like, God damn, finally she quit bugging me.
I'll be lonely. I'll be like, where's Jen?
We'll probably have somebody else replace them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. I don't mind. I like it when people are trying. I'm happy to answer questions. Teen Cup is next month too. I don't know if you guys know that that's coming up.
Oh.
Registration opens for that next week. So we'll have to get together some teams.
Yeah.
See what we can knock out in February. And I think that's all the big stuff. What else is there? Cafe Latte's out, and no, it's not for like another week and a half that the individual size servings for Hydrate and Energize are coming out too. I don't know if you guys all saw that. That'll be cool. It'd be nice for samples and for people who want to take it to the gym or
Yeah.
Hydrate will be great to throw it in your kid's bag too to add to like bottled water in the summer for sports and stuff. That'd be nice.
Yeah. I just got the sampler pack today, so I'm going to try the Energize tomorrow before I work
Oh,
out.
cool. It makes me tingle.
Does it?
Yeah. When they said it, I was like, what? And so I finally tried it. I can't use it because of my adrenals, but
Yeah.
I had like a half a dose one day because I really just wanted to, try it. And literally, as soon as after I took it, I was like, my face was tingly.
Maybe I'll just do half then.
No, I mean, it's fine. The tingle is good. It's actually It's because of the way it increases your circulation.
Oh,
It just tingles temporarily, but it was really funny.
okay.
Because it tingles, it sounds weird. Yeah, it has to do with like a circulation thing where it gets everything flowing and ready to maximize your workout. So
I think I have agility tomorrow, so that should be interesting to be the first time.
I still haven't done that one. Got week 4.
Skip that.
It's conveniently been on a day where I've been really busy every time. Did I ever tell you I hate cardio?
Didn't you do T25?
I did. That was my first program, and don't ask me how. I think because he had weights in it for a lot of days. The ones I didn't like were the non-weight days. Although I wound up loving speed. I don't know if you guys have done the speed, if you did 225 and the speed days. Those are fun. They're like footwork nightmares, and that's what made them fun, I think, was the challenge of getting the routine right. But so no, I do cardio when I'm supposed to. It just so happens that the 2 days that agility has come up, I've been busy. It's my next workout though, so and it falls on Saturday. I don't think I have much excuse. So.
Yeah.
So anyway, do you have anything else going on? Any questions about anything? Comments, ideas?
What was it? When are the best times for posting? I haven't written it down yet.
I think it depends on your viewers and your target. I usually like to get one up like first thing in the morning for the early people to see when they're scrolling. Although I'm not a very early riser, so I don't know how much it really helps people. And I mean, you know, if you have a lot of moms, sometimes that 1 o'clock-ish spot is good because they're finally putting their kids down to nap and scrolling. And then the other really good time is usually around 8-ish or so at night when everyone's finally getting settled for the evening and they kind of chill out. So I usually try to get one up later in the evening, my first thing in the morning, somewhere in the middle of the day. I don't know. I vary it. I still haven't quite nailed it all down all the time, I don't think. But I know if I accidentally post at like 7 instead of 8 or like at 6, I don't get much of anything because everyone's busy with dinner and stuff. So I kind of fiddle with it. And Instagram, I definitely haven't figured out. I feel like it doesn't make a difference. I haven't figured the timing over there out. I don't know if you have a time over there that works better for you.
I don't even do Instagram yet.
That's okay. Bonnie Engel built her whole empire on Facebook alone. She hasn't even done another social media yet. She doesn't do YouTube videos. So don't feel like you have to stretch yourself over multiple platforms just for the sake of doing it. And it's a good idea to stick with what you're good at and what you know, especially in the beginning. You know, there's no need to branch over. If you don't really use Instagram at all, I wouldn't tell you to go, like Jen, I wouldn't tell you to go use Instagram just because. I would just, stick with Facebook for a while.
I used to do Instagram before I started coaching just to do it, but now I don't because it's too much of a headache.
Yeah, just take it one at a time. It's good with Facebook, and then when you're comfortable, start throwing your posts on Instagram too. Or, if you want to put stuff out there just to kind of have it there, take one of your Facebook posts every day and just copy it and paste it onto Instagram.
Yeah.
Most of my Instagram posts are recycled Facebook posts that I think will do well on Instagram. Because Instagram is like different than Facebook. You can't really put the same things. The things that do well on Facebook don't always do well on Instagram and vice versa. Different audiences. It's interesting. But I also find that most of my followers on Instagram, I've got almost 5,000. I think at least half of them are other business people who have, followed me for the sake of trying to get me to follow them. That's my guess, because when I go through the list to try to find, as I try to find people to message and do things with, I usually go through my list of people following me to message them because they're already interested in what I've got instead of just finding, a random person. And I can tell a lot of them are not people interested in what I've got to offer. So stick with what you know already, get good at one thing, and then move on to another if you want to expand.
Yeah, a lot of the people that I have on Instagram are Facebook coach or are Beachbody coaches.
Yeah.
So that doesn't serve a purpose except for to learn stuff from them, but
Right, which is helpful. It is helpful to follow other people just to get ideas.
it is, but if I've found if I'm following too many people, then it's too much of a headache. So I have like
That's it.
one or two people that I've been going back and forth between.
Yeah. I know I mentioned to you earlier that we were talking about locking down your Facebook. I want to show you guys something real quick. You guys, okay. Make sure. Okay. Let me share this with you real fast. Do you guys ever see Facebook Purity? Let's see if my connection lasts long enough. This is my Facebook with Facebook Purity on. It's a program that lets you customize what is and isn't shown on Facebook. So I turned off my feed. So I can come in here in the morning and do what I'm supposed to do and not scroll through the feed. Yeah, it's kind of cool. And I turned off like the news things. I wanted to turn this thing off, but I couldn't.
You can if you shrink your screen size, your window size.
Yeah. There might have been an option to actually just make it go away, but that doesn't really distract me. It's more just annoying. This way I can't just keep clicking at the feed. So I can go into our team group and it's posted here. And if I click on the group, our group will come up. It doesn't keep everything gone. So I can go into our group and then I can go into, the challenge group.
And you do that through your settings?
No, it's if you go to Facebook Purity, let me see. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's Facebook Purity. Let me see what the website is. Okay, it's just fbpurity.com.
Oh, it's an actual website you go to.
Yep, it's free. You download it. It's like a extension on your browser or whatever. You can donate if you want to, but it's free. And then you can turn it on. So what I've done, because I do like to look at my feed if I want to, I have it installed on my Safari browser, but not on my Chrome browser. So I can kind of go into Safari in the morning now. I'd done this a long time ago and forgot about it, so I started using it again this week. So now I can sit at my computer, go through the groups like this, and then do my messages, and not get stuck like scrolling. So if I go back to my timeline, again, my timeline's on. There is a way even to there's a way to turn off notifications. I haven't played with it all. I finally made that little, every time someone does something, it also pops up down in the corner here, and it's really annoying and tempting. I turned that off. So this way, it's a little bit less distracting when you want to sit down and do power hour type stuff. It also tells you when someone has unfriended you or blocked you, and it tells you who they are. They can't tell you that it blocked you, but it tells you if they unfriend you or disappear. So that's kind of fun and interesting to see. So there you go. Just another tool. There's no tool like that for your phone, unfortunately. But if you sit down at your computer, you can kind of give yourself the time. And if you actually do what Melanie Mitrode said in her call, where she makes a list of what she has to do before she sits at the computer, which I thought was another great idea. So if you make your list and you turn your timeline off, you can really sit down and knock your stuff out. That's important. And know you got it done for the day. So that's one of my big goals coming up because I need to focus a little bit more. Sure.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Focus more on a block of time than all over the place.
Yeah. All over the place used to be what worked for me, but now I feel like I'm at a point where I really do need to focus and be more consistent.
Yeah.
And you guys have anything else? No?
Nope.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming tonight. It was good
Thank you.
seeing y'all. And I will see you next week.
Okay, thanks.
Or in the group tomorrow, but your pretty faces next week. Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
Bye.